Hi, and welcome to Learn4Growth's 70-second news update. I'm Carol Dodsley, and I'm here in the UK. And what's really exciting with this news update is Chris is actually coming to you all the way from Hungary. This is one of the great things about using Google Hangouts to broadcast information and do shows, because it doesn't matter where you are in the world. All you need is a computer, a webcam, and microphone, and of course the internet. And so Chris is in Hungary, I'm in the UK, and I need to switch the sound off because I muted the stream. I have the Google event open so that if anybody asks us any questions or anything, I can quickly see it. And I muted the stream, but as it auto started itself off, it unmuted itself. So that's a good lesson for me. Right, that's it from me. I'm going to go over and say hi, Chris, and let's get going. What have you got to tell everybody today?
Yeah, hi there, Carol. It's an interesting thing. I found myself a computer in a friend's place, and I've managed to install everything, and we are up and running. And apparently, it's better than my normal service. So that's a step in the right direction. So what have we got? Apart from the fact that I'm doing this all the way from Budapest, and it's a pretty dull day. I think you've probably got better weather over there, to be honest. But that's all good, because I'll come on to something I'm doing a bit later on, which is why I'm basically here. But what I'm going to do is, as usual, I'm just going to go through a whole raft of things that happened in the week. And it's been such a mad week. Even though it was a short week, it was really, really busy. And I'm going to talk about some of the new events we've got coming up first, as I always do. If you've got anything to add, Carol, or somebody asks a question, just interject if you would, and let me know. But right, okay, we're heading straight off with it. Alex in Watford, he's going to be getting a new venue started up and running in it's called Cafe Loco in Moore Park. Now that's starting probably in July now, because we've run out of days in June, to be honest, and Alex is really busy. So we're going to be seeing the owner of that coffee shop next Friday, and we're going to be tying that up. So more details next week. Link4Drinks Ely is actually launching on the 10th of June, and I've managed to get myself out of the Piccadilly drink so I can attend that one. So I'll be up there. They've already got a really big crowd booked in for that, which is fab. Lutonia, Marjorie's coffee shop, that's going to be starting on Friday the 20th of June, and we've got a good crowd of people coming to that, people who've got a real interest in turning Luton into a mini Manhattan or downtown New York type of situation, so that's going to be really interesting. And we're actually moving in Luton, we're moving the Carnival Arts event, which was last week, the drinks event, we're moving that to the first week of the month, because it clashes at the moment with a curry club that they run in the evenings there. So we're moving that. Cressix in High Wycombe is on the 4th of June. That's this week. That's a launch. And we've also got another launch this week on Monday, which is Greenford. That's breakfast with Deepa and Christina. We've got the event that we had, the second event in Hatfield, delayed from the 29th. That's delayed because of office problems or staffing problems at the venue. And Lynn Sparks is actually the person who's running Hatfield for. She's actually been appointed from June onwards as the deputy mayor, and she's actually going to be the mayor the year after. So we have a deputy mayor and mayor amongst our team now, which is fantastic. Coventry, we have a new event in Hinckley, which is launching on Wednesday as well. And we've got a coffee starting up in Rugby. We did have a drinks there some time ago, but we've got a new team in place, and they're going to start a coffee. No dates yet. We've got a drinks coming up in Uxbridge. We've got a new event in Croydon starting. Don't know when they'll be yet. Orpington as well. We're going to have a coffee in Penrith. We don't know exactly when, but I do understand from recent communications that there is a venue that's been identified, so that's moving forward. Link4Growth Youth, L4G Youth, Alex has developed the conversations with Stanmore College, and we've got something happening in September, and I'm going to be going in and talking to the college, the students in the college, sometime between now and the end of term, to get the students really buzzing about all the potential that we've got for them in L4G Youth. Middlesbrough, new launch in Middlesbrough, that's happening on the 17th. That's brilliant, well done Jerry for that. And there's 2 more events happening up there. There's one in Richmond, I think. There's another one happening in Saltburn, and the Darlington's being talked about. Hartlepool's being talked about. It is going ballistic up in the northeast. Watch out for that area. It's going really well. Damien is looking at launching something in Bradford or Halifax. I'm not sure which town, but watch out for that. New updates on that on the forum at some point. Burnham-on-Sea, Southend, Maidstone, Royston, Cambridge, Bury St Edmunds. These are all places that are looking at opening up Link4Growth events. It's just going pretty manic at the moment. We've also got a CSR luncheon happening in Islington sometime soon. And we've got, I mentioned this one last week, we've got a CSR luncheon in Peterborough, which is being launched on a steam train of all places. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Top that one, anybody, if you dare. There's a few people I want to credit this week. I want to just say thanks to Alex, because he's been appointed now as district leader for a few weeks now, but he really has stepped up to the plate. And he is our youngest district leader at the ripe old age of 24. And he's doing an absolutely cracking job in Watford. We've already seen some tremendous number increases at events through to his activities. So big shout out to you, Alex. I would also say a big thanks to Damien and Nikki for putting together a new page on the website, which if you haven't seen yet, it was put on the forum, I think the last couple of days. Fantastic new page which helps you find events. And I'm going to talk a bit about that later on. And who else have we got to credit? Oh, Carol, yes, our co-host here today, Carol, who's basically driving on the TV project, and I will be talking a bit more about that later on, but there's a real energy behind that at the moment, and it's taking us in some really great new directions. So well done, Carol, and I know you had a really good session with Alex yesterday on the Southwest Hearts community TV show. I wasn't able to make that, and you stepped into the breach, and we did some different things there, and I know Alex was really excited about it, so let's do more and more of that, please. Right, so fantastic stuff going on out there in the network, so yeah, do get involved. If you've got some ideas, please bring them forward.
Can I just stop you for 1 sec, Chris?
Yep.
With all of these events, I know everything is always showcased on the forum and that people can go over to the website. Is there a list, or can we create a list that we can actually add to the Google Plus event? So under this video, that has links back to the website, also to anywhere else, but also sort of create like a little poster list of where things are coming and the dates, so that people can find them if they're watching this video without having to click through and go and see, oh, where am I supposed to go to find these?
Yeah, I mean, every week I put together, it takes me about an hour to prepare for these for this show, and of course, I do it in a document which I spend most of my time reading from. But there is a list there, so I could put that. I mean, it would take a little bit of effort to sort of put the right links into wherever they're heading, if they are published. Like the launches are always there, but some of the events I've talked about are not actually published yet, so we've got nothing to send people to particularly there, but at least they'll be aware they're happening.
Yeah, I think that would be really great, because it also, you know, anybody that comes across this Alpha G news update on Google Plus, who perhaps haven't heard of you yet, they'll actually be able to see all of these things that are happening, and it's going to get people going, wow, I need to find out more. Gosh, I didn't know there was something potentially coming in my area. So I think that would be really great if we can do that.
Okay, yeah, well, make a note of that, and we'll get that sorted out, definitely. Yeah, always want to try and help people find things that are close to them and stuff like that, and it's a good idea. Okay, no problem. Right, I want to talk very, very briefly about the education platform, which I know you're involved in, Carol, as well, but I want to just mention very, very briefly, because what a lot of people realise about or know about Link4Growth is that it's a nurturing and supportive organisation. We have offline events. We're running around about 75 offline events at the moment, right across the nation, right up as far as North Yorkshire and Durham, and right the way down to Wales, and obviously in the London and the South East. But what people don't appreciate is that Link4Growth is actually developing a whole educational platform. And the reason for that is because pretty much everything we need to know is locked up in our heads in some place or other. And one of the big problems is being able to take that information out of our heads and deliver it to a group of people that are interested to hear it or want to know more about that subject. And consequently, as Link4Growth grows, we'll have an ever-increasing population of people that want to consume those workshops and accelerated learning programs, but we'll also have an increasing number of people who've got information they want to share. And that's what Link4Growth is putting in place. And we have two sort of sections of that. One is called the Foundation Engagement Program, which is teaching people how to participate on all the social media platforms. But the other one is what we call Open Source Link for Skills, which is encouraging anybody that's in the community to basically take a workshop or a program that they maybe already have and make it available through Link4Growth so that we can deliver it to a much wider audience. And a lot of people know that, so I thought it was worth mentioning, because if you've got a latent workshop sitting there, then do step up and ask us if we can actually put that forward as something that maybe the other people in Link4Growth might want. All right, so I don't know whether you want to add anything to that, Carol, but it's just something that's worth mentioning, I think.
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, there's lots of things going on. Obviously, as you've said there, the education platform is not just about Link4Growth offering programs that are really going to help its members, but also about bringing other people's knowledge and skills to it. And I would love it if anybody wants to talk about that and how they can get involved. It'd be really great. Just send me a message as well, and let's talk about it, because I think it is such a great way that we're not just bringing events to people, we're not just linking people like you say, but we're helping people to actually gain new skills and knowledge, and helping those people who can help them to gain it to actually get their stuff out there.
Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. Right, okay, so yeah, do book into these workshops. You know, we're not just putting them on for fun. They are actually there, as Carol just mentioned, to help grow people. Link4Growth is about growing yourself personally, growing your enterprise, your organization, growing the community, and of course growing the country. That's why it's Link4Growth. Right? Yes, there is some method in our madness. Right, I want to just talk about the events that we had last week. I'm going to rush through these because it's all about they've already happened anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But Islington, we had Link4Growth, L4G Youth Drinks, Potter's Bar, coffee, Market Deeping Coffee, Great Dunmow Coffee, CSR Luncheon in Harrow, which was awesome. Hitchin Drinks we had, Luton Drinks on Thursday, Ricky Coffee, Ely Coffee, Red Car Drinks on Thursday as well, and we had a LinkedIn with Training workshop on Friday. So a load of stuff packed into that rather short week last week. But thanks to everybody who either hosted, took part in those, or in fact just attended, because without people turning up and attending these things, not much point in hosting them, to be fair. Right, okay, we've got some workshops coming up, which I want to tell you about. We've got the Google Plus Accelerated Learning Program on the 12th of June. All right, that's a Thursday evening. So Google Plus is a must-have set of skills going forward. If you don't think you've got the handle on it, please do book into that. It's absolutely vital, and you know, this type of thing which we're doing now is on Google Plus. So this wouldn't be possible without that platform. Think about what it could do for what you're doing and your business. LinkedIn Accelerated Learning Program starts on the 1st of July. If like about 95% of the people on LinkedIn, you're just collecting a whole bunch of names and not much else, you want to get yourself in the top 5% and actually do something constructive with it. Book yourself into that LinkedIn Accelerated Learning Program, and Deeper will take you through some wondrous stuff on there. We've also got what we call Connect with Intent. Now, a lot of people didn't know quite what that meant, so we've actually embellished that. It's actually teaching you how to use Twitter and Hootsuite effectively. Now, a lot of people say to me, you know, I don't really know the point of Twitter, but everyone keeps telling me I should be on it, and they're posting stuff like, I've had a banana and I'm just having a coffee. It's not much value to anybody, to be fair, to tell people stuff like that, and you might think you're wasting your time, and I'll have to be honest with you, you probably are. So if you want to know how to use it properly, then you want to put yourself into this accelerated learning program, which will teach you how to be laser targeted at finding the people who are talking the same kind of things that you want to basically get in contact with and develop your relationships with them. So if you're not getting the most out of that platform, do book yourself into that. Now that starts, that's the 20th of June, so you've got time to book in there. Make sure you go and visit all the new training pages that we've set up on the website. There's a page there, it's at the top, there's a link, trainings. Click on that, you'll go through to a whole raft of stuff that we've set up. Before we had that page, it was pretty hit and miss as to be able to find out what was going on. You can now find it all in one centrally located resource. Just go there and find out what's going on and book into something that you might, you're feeling that you could improve, and you will not be disappointed. So fantastic that we've got that up as well now. The Link4Growth community platform. Now, I wrote a blog post a little while ago about this, and I'm going to come onto the book that I'm writing a bit later on as well. But the Link4Growth community platform is about how we've organised Link4Growth on Google Plus as the main platform in order for us to deliver on 9 separate community issues that are very real issues in society today. Now, if you haven't read that blog post, I think I'll take a little link from Carol here, and I suggest that we put a link to that actually after this news show, so that if you haven't read that blog post, you go away and read it, because it might take you 10 minutes, but it will give you absolutely the mission of what Link4Growth is about and why we put the platform in place. And it really is incredibly important that people understand that, because once you know the problems we're trying to solve, you'll find that there's something in there that you can really get involved in. All right, and you'll find all of them. There's about 9 societal issues that Link4Growth is trying to address. So go and look at that. Now, what are we doing on the collaboration front? There's some really interesting things developing on the collaboration front. I mentioned a couple of these last week, but there's 3 or 4. One of them is the link up with Prime. Prime are an organisation aimed at the 50+ age group, much as the same as the L4G Youth is addressing the issues between 16 and 25, and the fact that we're training our young adults for a world that no longer exists. We've got another problem at the other end of the spectrum, where 50-year-olds now having a real prospect of being in the work population, but virtually on the scrap as far as the corporate world's concerned. What do you do with those people? And Prime is aimed at trying to get them the education and the knowledge they need to maybe start their own business, or certainly provide useful things back into the community. The trouble is that when they start doing that, they find there's plenty of people out there wanting to take their money and maybe not wanting to perhaps give the level of service that those people are due, and they're pretty inexperienced group of people, so they're very vulnerable. And I want those people to come into Link4Growth, because Link4Growth is a nurturing and supportive environment, and they'll be very well looked after there, and they'll know they'll all be treated fairly and honestly. So I'm talking to Prime at the moment about doing that, and I'm going to be talking to Joanna, who looks after that, and we're going to really make some big inroads into there with collaboration there. I'm also seeing on Wednesday this week, Collaboration Club. There's a chap there, Alan Willis, who's doing some really remarkable stuff, trying to get people in either high profile in business, or who've got a large pot of money that they've accumulated, to start doing things in the community and using that money to help drive local community projects on as an alternative way of using their wealth. Now, it's not a market I can get into easily, but Alan's got some really good connections in there, and we'll be doing a lot of collaboration there, so watch out for that space. That's quite exciting. And the other one... Can I
butt in one sec before you go too far away from Prime? I believe that L4G actually have a competition at the moment to find a name for the over 50s L4G portion. Alex was talking about it yesterday, so I wanted to bring that up. If you have any ideas for a name, one that came up yesterday was L4G Experience. But if anybody else that's watching this has got an idea for a name, do add it to the comments or let somebody in L4G know. Alex in particular I know that he's quite interested in that and has been trying to pull together some ideas. But apparently there is a bottle of wine on offer for whoever comes up with the most innovative, creative, and the name that is actually used for it.
Yeah, that is true. I'm buying the wine, and they're never rubbish bottles of wine, by the way. They're always decent bottles of wine. And I came up with L4G seniors, which was bang out of line, because people said, "Hang on, you give seniors bus passes? What are you talking about?" So I was absolutely trolleyed for my idea on that one. So if you've got anything better than that, please put it forward. Um, Right, what else have we got? So, oh yeah, I was going to talk about Enterprise Rockers. Talk to Tina in the week. Enterprise Rockers is aimed at the people with either no employees up to 9 employees. It's for the small business, and it's basically a collaborative club for those people in that space. And clearly, those groups of people would benefit from some of the things that Link4Growth have got, and vice versa. We could do with their skills and expertise in Link4Growth. So, developing a relationship there. I've talked to a lady in Broadstairs late last week, and I'm going to be talking to her again this week. And it's collaborations like that which can start with mutually beneficial overlap that are really going to help drive things forward for both organisations. And if you are involved in an organisation which is either national, wants to go national, wants to expand, you can really just plug into the Link4Growth community platform, and suddenly you've got outlets in 70 districts covering the whole of the UK instantly. So it's an amazing platform to plug in, and if you're not taking advantage of it, and that's really my role, is to help people with aspirations of national coverage to come in and see how they can leverage off the platform that we're building and really start making things accelerate for themselves. So do come along and collaborate with us, because Link4Growth is not about control, it's about bringing people together with great ideas and helping each other to develop those and accelerate the whole progress. What else have we got coming up? Right, L4G Soundbites. I just want to mention that because Carol is going to be helping us take the Soundbites forward in the future. She's got a much better setup there than I have in my. In fact, although this is not a studio, it's a bit more like a studio than my studio back at the ranch. But I'm going to be doing my final soundbite on, well, we haven't arranged a date yet, but it'll be next week, where Carol is actually going to be interviewing me for my soundbite about the upcoming book and Link4Growth in general. And that is marking kind of the end of an era. Not for Link4Growth, but for me doing soundbites. And Carol is going to be doing the soundbites for carrying forward, not because we'll be doing too many of them and we won't be able to, it won't be a job that one person can do. But the week after, I believe she's going to do a soundbite with Alex and why he's got involved with Link4Growth and what he's doing with Link4Growth and his journey, and that'll be a really interesting one because he's in that 16 to 25 year age bracket. So I'm a bit sad to see it go, to be honest, but I know it's in good hands. So soundbites, and what are they? I'll tell you quickly. If you've got something that you want to tell the Link4Growth audience, the wider audience, national audience, you've got something you're passionate about. It may be something you're doing. It may be a skydive. It may be riding from Land's End to John O'Groats, which one of our members did. It could be anything. But if you want to get that message out to a wider audience, contact Carol, contact me. So say that you want to do one, and we'll schedule you in. It goes up on the forum. It goes up on the Link4Growth website. It goes up on all the different platforms. Obviously, our YouTube channel. It goes into Google Plus. It goes everywhere. So you get lots and lots of coverage for that, and it's well worth doing. And that is one of your benefits of being a subscriber. There are loads of benefits for being a subscriber, and the other sad point is that most people in Link4Growth aren't really taking advantage of all the things they can have. You can go on a Twitter list, you can go on a Facebook list, you can go on a Google Plus list, you can have a soundbite, you can go on if you blog, you can go on the Pinterest blog board, you're going to go on the Pinterest thing. There's so many places that you're going to get exposed to if you take advantage of them. And the problem is that I don't think people are used to an organisation actually helping them. Some odd times you pay your money and that's it, you're kind of left to your own devices. Link4Growth actually wants to help you. It's like one of those strange, bizarre things. But we can't help you if you don't do your 50%. So please get in touch, talk to your district leader, talk to somebody in the organisation. If you've not taken advantage of all the things you can as a subscriber, you're missing out, and you really need to get that sorted. Right, that's it. That's me off the soapbox on that one. Right, we've got some really amazing events coming up this week. I'm just going to run through those before I close out. On Monday, we've got the launch of the Greenford Breakfast, right? Great new venue, fantastic event. If you want to get up early and get along there and have a breakfast, just buy your own breakfast, go along, meet some great people, do that. That's Monday. On Tuesday, we've got Where. I'm actually going to be going to Where, I believe. I'm still in two minds, but there's Ruislip on as well. Peterborough drinks in the evening. On Wednesday, we've got High Wycombe launch. We've got the Hinckley launch. That's two things in a day. We've got Waltham Abbey. We've got Spalding, and we've got Watford Coffee, so it's a big Wednesday. Thursday, we've got Chingford Girls over in Gold. That's always a fab event. And then we've got Eastcote drinks in the evening. Friday, we've got Great Missenden out in South Buckinghamshire, and CSR luncheon in Watford with the new general manager there, if you like, with Alex hosting that one, and I'll be at that as well. Nothing happening on Saturday this week. It is district newsletter time again, folks. So if you're a district leader, get it done. If you're waiting for it to come out, tell your district leader to get it done. But so watch out for those. All the news in your local area is coming out soon. The Link4Growth book, it's called Link4Growth, What If We Knew You? That's the reason I'm here in Budapest, is because I'm spending 2 quality days trying to make as much headway as I can with that book. It is going to be out on Kindle and electronic form by the end of the month, and then it's going to be in paperback form either at the same time or soon after. So, and it's all about what Link4Growth is, why it came to be, and stuff like that. It's going to be a fascinating read, even if I say so myself, because I'm writing it and I'm getting excited writing it, I have to be honest, because I know what's coming. But it's amazing, amazing, and it's really, I really now getting behind writing that book. It takes a little while, like they always say. The hardest part's writing the first few sentences, but I'm well into it now. So look out for that. If you don't know what a mastermind group is, keep your ears and eyes open. We are going to start launching those very, very soon. I know there are a number of district leaders who are very keen to get these rolled out into their districts. We're just dotting the I's, crossing the T's on the final configuration of them. But watch out for those. It's all about helping you to develop your organisations or businesses at an affordable price. So watch out for that, coming soon. Social things, we've got a barbecue on the 8th of June, which is next Sunday. It's up in Peterborough at an exotic nature reserve. If the weather's kind, we'll have a barbecue, but we can do stuff indoors as well. It's a fun day out. Kids are invited. If you want to go to that, talk to Nikki, who is arranging it all. We've also got the CSR luncheon on the steam train, so if you're in the Peterborough area, do talk to Nikki about getting yourself involved in that. The website, we've upgraded it with a new page this week, which is a Find Events in Your Area page. So what you do is you go to that page, you just put in your postcode or your town, and miraculously it finds all the Link4Growth events that are quite close to you. You can say how far you're prepared to travel as well, so it might be 10 miles, might be 15 miles. Just put it in, it will highlight all the local events that you can go along to. Now, if you end up with a blank page because nothing's around you, right, and that's your cue to start something, right? So if you go there and you can't find one, that's your chance to step up and say, well, why don't we have one in my area? And then if you want to do that, then you can complete a contact us form on the website, or drop us a note on the multiple places that we're present, and we'll get in touch and we can get something cracking for you. Book I mentioned. Appointments, I mentioned, Carol, that you're being appointed as the education platform person. I haven't really worked out what the title is last month, but I just want to mention L4G TV. There's a great opportunity with broadcasting using YouTube channels on a national scale, where each district is capable of producing videos on all types of different type of things within their district, like the youth, like, for example, in South West Herts on the 13th of June, on the Friday, we've got Richard Harrington, the MP for Watford, on the local community TV show to talk about things, well, give us a little bit of an update on what he's doing, but also for the people of Watford to ask questions of the MP. Now, what a fantastic opportunity. And these are all going to be streamed from all the different districts around the UK into a central portal, which Carol is in the process of putting together. And it's just a massive, massive, massive exposure opportunity to get Link4Growth out there to people who wouldn't ordinarily or normally be able to find it. And using the YouTube channel with all the right SEO and all the right keywords and stuff, we're just bringing it all together to make sure that we can just get around the country and get the whole national coverage done before the end of the year. Because that's my goal, is to make sure we have representation 50 miles from anybody by the end of this year, and I believe that the L4G TV platform is going to be able to do that. So thanks for coming on board, Carol, to help us get that put in place. I know you've got tremendous expertise in that area. I haven't got a clue, so you know, the right people for the right roles, and welcome and thanks for that. That's it, really. That's it. It's massive. We've got so much going on. Which is, you know, it's too much for my small brain to cope with now. So luckily we've got some more people on board to help us to take this to the next level, because I don't know about you, Carol, but I certainly feel there's just a whole new buzz going on in Link4Growth, and we're ready for the next leap.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, and it's very exciting because anybody that comes along now, you've just spoken about the local TV, it's not just about getting Link4Growth out there, it's about getting Link4Growth's members out there as well, because anybody that, you know, there's going to be Link4Growth driven TV channels, there's going to be local community channels, there's going to be all sorts of things, and it's not all going to be what Chris and I have been doing here today. It's going to be really exciting, and it's also an opportunity for you, if you are doing your own live broadcasting or you would like to, this is your opportunity to get involved, to get training on how to do it, and get your shows on the platform and out to a lot more people as well. So that to me is really, really exciting. And you know, you can just see Link4Growth and everybody that is part of it, whether you are internally part or part as members, it's just so much happening, and I'm just loving it.
Well, that's it for, it's a bit longer than the normal show, but you know, I think in future we'll probably do it like this. I think it's great that we can have a little bit of interaction rather than me just rambling off in some mad venue on my own. I think it's nice that we can, you know, this. I think the format of this will evolve as time passes, as perhaps different parts of the different districts maybe want to come in and share some of what's happening. We maybe bring them on as well. So who knows? Exciting times.
Exactly. Okay, so right. I will close down the broadcast and wish you lots of fun with writing your book and enjoying a weekend in Hungary, and you'll be back to see everybody again next week.
Yeah, I'll be back Monday night, very late, but I'm, you know, people are still, yeah, the phone's buzzing all the time, but it's nice to be away, and I haven't actually got access to the internet where I'm staying, so.
Cool. Okay, so.
All right, bye now.